Okay, it's not recording. What the fuck? Dude, I'm telling you. Why is it a different click? Oh, this is so exciting. I can't wait to see how it works. But do you really think the killer entered the Forbidden Chamber? Well, we just have to open it and find out. We should also see if there was anywhere the killer could have hidden this room. Okay, let's get started. Apurate, Apollo, apurate. So the crime scene was locked tight at the time. This is a tough one. The only people in that locked room were the deceased, the other man, and the mayor. Maybe the killer hid somewhere in that room. But is there really anywhere to hide in the Fox Chamber? That was quite a day in court. The news just can't stop talking about how the demon Temotaro made an appearance. There's never an exorcist around when you need one. Well, I heard the judge actually had an exorcism in his courtroom after that. Good, let's hope it's the last we see of that pain in the neck yokai. I don't know, I have a feeling Temotaro could exorcise an exorcist. As an attorney defending a demon, I know exactly how that feels. Examine. This is a toughie. There's no keyhole. Yeah, and the door won't budge, just like those spiky bangs of yours. Well, all it takes is some water, but I don't think that would work on the door. Oh, I know. I break it down with a body slam. I seriously doubt you could do that. How do you know if I haven't tried it? I haven't even tried. No wait, I don't. No wait, don't. Oh. As much as you hate losing it, I think the door would win this match. Oops, I don't know how to drag this shit. I keep forgetting though. What was it? I was pressing B or V? Or C? Yeah, what the fuck? Okay, this is one thing, but how the fuck? Change camera angle, move cursor. How does this fucking work? What the fuck? Why does it go back? Fuck off! Seriously. Both fucking buttons do the same shit. This is so annoying. Oh my fucking god, bro. Even if I press down V, it does nothing. I don't fucking know. Controls. Port 1 controls. Fuck. Touchscreen button. Why was it changed? Dude, so stupid. Huh? Examine and make this shit work. There's carving of the nine-tailed fox over the door and statues of him on either side. The way those two statues are glaring, it's like they are guarding the door from us. Come to think of it, there are two foxes on the folding screen as well. It can't be a coincidence, can it? Hey, this statue moves. Don't get carried away now, I mean, who knows? It might trigger a trap. I can handle it. If a spear comes shooting my way, I snatch it out the thin air. After all, I have the reflexes of a regular karate kid. I guess if you can catch something that fast out of midair, you can accomplish anything. Yeah. There might be something to the fact that these fox statues rotate. Maybe there's something around here that shows the position they should be in. The statue originally depicted the two yokai holding up a cup in a gesture of goodwill. Maybe Alderman Kyubi was planning on smoothing things over with Mayor Tema. But he was murdered instead, by somebody who intervened. The mayor was only pursuing the municipal merger because he had been blackmailed. Who knows, if this murder hadn't occurred, maybe they could have come up with a solution. There's a cliff outside of this window, makes it pretty impossible to get out this way. When I hear things like that, it just makes me want to try. Never say never, right? I bet I could get out this way. No way, do you have a death wish or something? It won't even open wide enough for me to squeeze through. Guess I lost that bet. The loss just saved your life. Nothing much to see on this side. Maybe I should go check the other side. Two foxes standing back to back are depicted on this elegant folding screen. Could this have something to do with the keyhole? Wait a minute. Two foxes. There are two fox statues in front of the Forbidden Chamber as well. Maybe the keyhole will appear if we do something to the sorting screen. But I don't see anything unusual about it. Well, it does have two foxes on it, and there are two fox statues in front of the door. Then maybe there's a clue somewhere in this room. Let's turn the whole place upside down. She's as excited as a kid in a candy store. What am I still missing? This one's a spear, but what about this one? It looks like a giant pair of pliers. Looks like something a demon might use, so something like that in the manga ones. Really? What are they used for? Oh, things like pinching through cheeks. Pulling out tongues. Stop, stop! Oh, and you should see what they can do to a person's eyes. Okay, I get the idea, but I'm sure this thing is just a simple can opener or something like that. Demons eat canned food. I always wondered what they ate besides people. Maybe the killer hid under this table. That would be a terrible hiding place. The other man's body would have been right above. Maybe you're right. I guess the underside is a bit... Wait, there's something under the table. Let's check it out. What is under the table? Oh. That's the cursor. Hey, look, there's something down here. It looks like a piece of something. Only question is, a piece of what? Oh, I know. Might be a piece of this to the statue. Remember what Jinxie said? The statue originally depicted two yokai holding up a cup. It was a symbol of goodwill. So this piece broke off and rolled under the table. Well, I can't think of anywhere else to look. You find anything, Apollo? I never find the keyhole to the Forbidden Chamber at this rate. There's something about that folding screen. You know how those fox statues in front of the Forbidden Chamber move? The screen might be a clue as to how we are supposed to position them or something. Hey, I bet you're right. Let's go over the screen with a fine-tooth comb. On closer inspection, I think there's more to the screen than meets the eye. Let's check every last inch of it. Tap and slide on the bottom screen to rotate the floating screen. You can also tap on something of interest to inspect it further. You can also zoom in and out to get a better look. Now let's check every last inch of it. How does this work? Huh. What's this? Looks like a keyhole or something. You could think it could be the keyhole to the forbidden chamber? No, it's just a picture. Still, you know what? They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. Oops. Oh, hey. It's a picture of a key. The shape looks awfully familiar. Oh, I know. It's shaped like the Forbidden Chambers key. Wait, what about the keyhole drawn on the center of the screen? You think the two are related? The key and the keyhole. Oh, and I just got an idea. Before there's the screen up just right, the key and the keyhole should overlap. Yeah, I think you're right. Let's give it a try. Look, a door. Yeah, and it's open too. The two foxes are not facing each other, so... Hey, what if we made those fox statues face each other? Apollo, let's go check out the two statues. Okay, help me move the two statues so they face each other, just like on the screen. Look, lock appeared. Now we can use the key. Okay, here goes nothing. It worked. Time to see why this chamber is so forbidden. What secrets could it hold, I wonder? A Praetorian Cuban manor. Forbidden chamber. These doors need some serious oil. That was like nails on a chalkboard. Alright, forget about those super good ears of yours. I just want to check if there's audio. But that was too late for me to tab. Look, more feathers. Okay, there's audio. Cool. What the heck is that? Is that a Motaro statue? But there's something odd about it. All I know is I don't like it, but I can't explain why. You okay, Yatana? You look kinda pale. You're not scared, are you? What of this thing? What of this thing? Don't make me laugh. Really? Hey, look. What? What is it? Oh, there on the left, there's a bunch of staffs on the track. They kinda look like the staff we saw earlier. You mean the one Jinxie said she saw Temataro carrying? Jingu, Jingu, Jingu. Yeah, I bet our Temataro impersonator really did come in here at some point. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's search the place. I like how good this works. Black feathers. They look exactly like the ones in the fox chamber. That means the killer must have been in here at some point. Question is why? Maybe the Temataro costume was hidden in here. I mean, if someone carried it through the manor, it would have stuck out like a sore thumb. But when did the killer get in here? The mayor snatched the forbidden chamber key when the killer hit him on the head. That means the killer could have only gotten in here before the murder. Wow, this is one tough riddle, alright? Looks like a gravestone or something. It reads, "Here lies Temataro, age 80. Cause of death, choked on a chicken bone." Say it ain't so. Besides, that sounds more like an autopsy report than an epitaph, if you ask me. Wait, you're joking around because you're scared. It's your coping mechanism. I'm not scared. Freak out central right here, baby. Cut it out, Widget. Denial is wrong in this one. Stone lantern. Like those Japanese garden lamps, where's the switch? Lamps like these are lit by fire, not electricity, so there is no switch. Oh, here it is. What? It was hidden out of sight. I see Temataro's cell has been outfitted with all the amenities a yokai could want. Whoa, that's one big statue. Must be something like 15 feet tall. And look, this Temataro has a staff. But the Temataro in the scroll didn't have one. Wonder why. I feel like this could be a significant, but why? This could be significant. Let's take a closer look. First, to go around this table here. Oh, Apollo, are you sure that's a good idea? Hey, it looks like there's some sort of compartment in the base of the statue. Don't open it, who knows what might be in there. It's just a big empty compartment. And from all the dust and cobwebs, I would say it hasn't been opened in a really long time. That's enough, Apollo, let's shut it and... Wait, there is something in here. Looks like some sort of figure. But it's so dusty, I can't tell what it's supposed to be. I wonder what it's doing here. Looks like an old scroll, and there's something drawn on it. Unless I'm mistaken, it looks like an old guy. Some sort of monk, maybe? A monk? What are you talking about? You know, the people that take walks in the mountains as a form of spiritual training? Wouldn't that just be a hiker? The guy in this picture doesn't look like he's doing this for fun, Athena. Oh look, there's some yellow thing strapped to his back. Oh, it's turning into Temataro. What's this scroll getting at? Is this how Temataro was born? Well, whatever it is, it's definitely creepy. What's this? Whatever it is, the packaging is really gaudy. And the fact that there's no dust on it means it hasn't been very long. Hasn't been here very long. Oh, it's hand cream. Let's see what brand it is. Jesus Lebel? Lebel? What the? But then, wouldn't that mean Mr. Lebel was here? I guess so, but why? Well, whoever was dressed up like Temotaro must have taken a step from here in the Forbidden Chamber, and that same person probably dropped this hand cream at that time. In other words, the Temotaro impersonator we are looking for is none other than Laurent Lebel. This might be a big break for us in court tomorrow. Now, all we have to do is get the truth out of Mayor Temma. Oops. Hey, there's a bunch of staves here, and it looks like one's missing. The Temotaro jinx is so must have taken it. I would have to agree. These look like the one Detective Fulbright showed us. Why do you think there are so many here? Maybe they are spares. Temotaro might be, you know, absent-minded or something. But the fact that he has spare staves handy, well, shows that he's aware of his faults and is trying to deal with them. Or at least that's my take on it. Maybe this will remind her to deal with her own faults. But I won't hold my breath. What the fuck, why so hostile? Oh my god, what else is here? Oh my god, look at that shit, guys. Look at that shit, guys. Look at that shit, guys. Oh look, there's an air vent here too. I guess even forbidden chambers need proper ventilation. Oops, fucking doing this again, I guess. But I don't think anyone could reach this far either. There's nothing to shed around here. I wonder where this vent leads. Well, the Fox Chambers vent didn't branch this way, so maybe it doesn't have anything to do with this case after all. Guess that about wraps it up. What now? We should probably talk to some of the witnesses again. You mean like Mr. Firch and Jinx, eh? Yeah, I really want to ask Mr. Firch about the village superstitions and Temotaro. Any good ideas yet, Tata? Good ideas? You bet I do. Well, there's that thing. Thing? What thing? Ah, you saw right through me, didn't you? You mean you really have nothing for me? No, sorry. I just got a little carried away. Oh boy, bluffing is obviously not her strength. Seems we finally have the real killer in our sight. The only person to fight the Mayor Temma push for the municipal merger, and to be identified as the manner disguised as Temotaro is none other than Mayor Temma's aide, Laurent Lebel. We are in for a fight tomorrow. Let's banish Temotaro, both literally and figuratively. Yeah, we'll be fine between the two of us. We send that yokai packing along with the twisted samurai of a prosecutor. Let's do this. Let's do this. Wait, that yokai lane? Not yokai lane. Fox Shimmer? Nope. Fire? Yes, April 18, QB Manor. Fire! It's the curse of Temotaro. You outsiders are ignoring them superstitions at our peril. Mind your business, will ya? What's all this about? A curse? Temotaro's gonna curse us all lest ya stop sticking your nose where it doesn't belong. Stop the investigation, listen to what them superstitions say. Right. How about obeying the law before you go obeying the superstitions? Huh? Hey, what are you doing with Widget around your neck? He's mine. You know better than to go around stealing people's stuff like that. The same goes for my bracelet. Sorry, I promise I won't do it again. Almost kidnapped my sweet little widget. Big jerk. I'm sorry. I guess you can teach an old raccoon dog new tricks. As long as we have him here, I guess we should ask him about what happened. Stealing. I can't believe you did that. It's one thing to steal a pair of shoes, but to steal a widget? Yipes. Mercy, mercy. I can't seem to control myself. It's the thieving blood running in my veins. Running. Thieving blood? What's this supposed to mean? You glad you asked. The infamous bandit Azuki Kozo was my grandpappy. Take a gander at this. What exactly am I looking at? Looks like another one of those yokai to me. It's none other than the Azuki Kozo, robbed from the rich to give to the poor, he did. And he would leave one of these figures at the scene of the crime. What's more, his grandson is my grandpappy. Wow, you don't say. Thief's honor is the honest truth. Ah, the sloshing sound of Azuki beans scrapping together in the dead of night. It's the magical sound of dirty money getting washed clean for giving out to the poor. I'm Azuki Kozo, washer of money, giver outer of wealth reborn. Forget the money. You should be washing yourself of this nasty habit. Wait a second. This figure looks familiar. Yes, it looks like just that one old dusty figure we found in the Forbidden Chamber. Hey! What you doing with that figure? With that there figure? Oh, this? We found it in the Forbidden Chamber. Looks like it had been there practically forever. Could me and my grandpappy broke into the Forbidden Chamber way back? Hey, that reminds me, he once told me there's treasure in that there chamber. Treasure? What do you know about the treasure in the Forbidden Chamber? Only that it's the greatest get-rich-quick chance in the universe. Grandpappy told me all about it, said there's an amazing treasure in there. There's something amazing in there, didn't see anything like that though. Your grandfather didn't by chance already steal it, did he? Seeing how there was one of his figures in there, that just might be. That's Grandpappy for you. But he washed the treasure up real good before handing out to the poor. Oh, of course, because he was so righteous. In court you mentioned seeing Tamataro near the scene of the crime. Sorry I didn't come clean right away, but them superstitions got the better of me. The people of 90s were sure seem like superstitious bunch. I'm not surprised you wouldn't want to talk about seeing Tamataro. Never mind, them superstitions scare me out of my wits, I tell ya. That's why I'm gonna do exactly what they say from now on. Do you plan on staying here in 90 as well? Yep, I'm gonna keep living here, right here, and keep with the old ways just like Grandpappy did. Them superstitions are like a rulebook to me. Wait, so you're saying you actually believe in those old wives' tales? Ain't you been listening to a word I said? You're going to do exactly what them superstitions say? Well, I say that's ballooning. What? What? It's clearly written right here, ignoring the superstitions will cost you your soul. That is, however, one way to save it, your immediate departure from the village. Ah. So according to this, you shouldn't even be here, let alone talking with us. You said you plan on staying right here in 90 as well, but if you really believed in the superstitions, you would have been long gone by now. I know you've been lying to me. Time to come clean, Mr. Fitch. You were lying about believing in the superstitions, weren't you? Sorry, but I didn't have no choice. So what was the real reason why you couldn't talk about seeing Tamataro? It's all the pretty boy's fault, Mr. LaBelle, if you know what I mean. He told me not to say a word about seeing Tamataro. Said if I did, he would do to me what them superstitions said would happen. So it was Mr. LaBelle who muzzled you? Why would Mr. LaBelle want to scare you into silence? Mr. LaBelle was trying to protect that little maid girl. It was on account of that rumor, that one about her being possessed. That rumor again. I guess we really do have to talk to Mayor Temma about the possession rumor. Hey, watch it. Village superstition stolen by Phineas Fitch. I'll be taking this back now. Kinda like family to me. You could have just asked instead of stealing it. What was that all we wanted to ask, Mr. Fish? Yeah, I think that was it. Let's go see Mr. Temmataro one more time. Just thinking about dealing with that yokai again makes me want to say pass. Can I get to the end of this fucking investigation part? I wanna get to the trial. Detention center visitors room. Lord Temma, your attorneys are here to see you, your malevolence. Why are you speaking like that? Oh, Mayor Temma, you have returned. Yes, well, Jinxie came by earlier to apply a new charm to my head. It seems to be suppressing the demon within me. That's a relief. Maybe we'll actually get somewhere this time. So, what can I do for you today? We would like to ask about the rumor that Jinxie is possessed. She allegedly left the yokai evidence at the scene while under a demon's power. At least that's what the prosecution is going to claim at tomorrow's trial. Getting emails. Or it's threads again. Although threads is different. I have 7 new fucking emails, what the fuck? Bunch of delivery updates. Okay, at delivery center, how many fucking times am I gonna get a delivery update on the same item that has been in the country forever now, basically? Okay, I ordered like 3 different controllers. And the rain drum. For my mom's birthday present, late birthday present. Hehehe. Huh? No match is this warding charm for me. The charm. Tamataro's back. Those foolish mortals, they shall regret blaming the child for my doings. I blew it. The question brought that yokai back, and he probably won't drop the act until Jinx's name is cleared either. Offering, okay. We would like to ask you about something your aide Florent LeBel mentioned. Did you know Jinx is rumored to be possessed? I know not of what you speak. You're not trying to protect Jinxie, are you? I, Temotaro, demon lord of the yokai, protect a mere mortal? No affections do I possess for your race of humans. Please, we already proved there was a third party disguised as a yokai at the scene, but if you deny that tomorrow, we'll never be able to clear Mayor Temma's name. But I have already told you I know not of what you speak. I don't think we'll get anything more out of him. It's all over unless we can somehow prove that Jinxie didn't plant the yokai evidence. Hey Apollo, I think I got this one. I think I can prove that she didn't do it. Really? Sure. I should be able to use psychology to explain the whole possession thing. Knock yourself out then. Whoa, Atan is really something. I can really count on her when it counts. Mayor Tama, Jinx isn't possessed. I believe her so-called possession episodes are a form of somnambulism. Somnambulism? You mean sleepwalking. Yes, I believe she is exhibiting a rare form of the disorder. It's usually brought on by repressed stress. Mr. Mayor, didn't her symptoms start soon after she began her job in 90 as well? When the child visited last, she did speak of dreading yokai and how they rob her of sleep each night. I knew it. That lack of sleep is causing her to enter an unconscious state, and that means she can't be trying to protect you, at least not on a conscious level. So then, the Temotaro that was spotted at the Mayor Manor wasn't Jinxie. Sleepwalking, eh? That would indeed explain the matter. Look, Temotaro spirit. It's left the mayor's body. Can you tell us the truth now, Mr. Mayor Temmo? Very well, it's the least I could do for a superb exorcist such as you. Mayor Temmo, you didn't leave those feathers and tracks at the scene, did you? I did not. Neither nor I nor Jinx have anything to do with that. That was the killer's doing, no doubt. I knew it. The suspect Florent is behind all this? But why? Did he really want 90 as well that badly? Can you think of a reason why? Looking back, he did seem fixated on Temotaro for a spell. Could it be? Perhaps he was attempting to release Temotaro. That's crazy. Are you saying that yokai is real? Whatever the case, Temotaro brings nothing but pain and misfortune. It's as superstitions warn, you must not gaze upon him, nor free him from his prison. But how can people actually believe that? Well, at least we know who's behind this whole Temotaro thing now. Yeah, and I think we need to have another nice long chat with Mr. Lebel. Why? Why do we have to talk to Lebel? Your dinner is ready, your malevolence. An offering to the Demon King. You may place it right there. The kitchen crew poured their heart and soul into making it. Did they now? So was happened to be favorite of mine. Just hold the horse next time. Yes, your malevolence. Malevolence. I don't know how to pronounce that shit. Still. I remember that. How long is he planning to keep up this yokai charade? Well, we have already talked to Mr. Fierce and Mayor Tamaso. Why don't we go see Florent Lebel next? Now that we know the truth. We won't be able to claim that Temotaro was Jinxie. But the real question is, how are we going to get him to admit it was him? April 8 in QB Manor. Foyer. Okay, now let's practice that again, Fiachi, from the top. Mr. Lebel was in the foyer at the time of the crime, and when we heard the scream, like, what was the next part again? You have the memory capacity of a flea. This is the 30th time, you know. Now 100 times more and we are done. What on earth are they practicing? Oh, I ain't cut out for this shit. Oops, daisy. Oh, begging your pardon, Mr. Lebel, sir. It's just all this practice. Unbelievable. What if you had studied my outfit with those grubby paws of yours? Did Fietch Lebel's wallet just now? So, what do you think they are up to this time, Apollo? Oh, it's you two. Eavesdropping, are we? You peasants are so tacky. Well, what do you want with me? Your confession to being the Temmator imposter would be nice right about now. Wait, this is our trump card, better not show it off too soon. You wanted something? Oh, no, never mind. Yes? Do you always go around sticking your hand in other people's faces? Sorry guys, what the fuck? I always do this, I just yawn talk and burp every time I play this game. Mr. Fierce filled me in a conversation you two had, and about how you told him not to say a word about seeing Temotaro. Fierce, you fool, I told you nothing good would come of you running your mouth. Why do you want to keep Mr. Fierce quiet like that, Mr. LaBelle? Why, to protect darling little Jinxie, of course. But Jinxie was never really possessed. She was sleepwalking. Being asleep at the time, she couldn't have been consciously trying to protect the mayor. That also means she couldn't have possibly been Temotaro. Interesting. But where are you going with this? Since you asked so politely, I believe you have a different reason for trying to keep Mr. Fierce quiet. That reason would be to deflect doubt away from the one who was really Temotaro. Now this is getting interesting. Are you insinuating that I'm Temotaro? Insinuating? So sorry to disappoint, but I'm nothing of that sort. That's right, Mr. LaBelle even told me Temmo. I said Temotaro was Jinxie, you fool. Honestly, you have memory capacity of a flea. Practice it 100 times more times. Yipes. So have you been called to testify tomorrow? Yes, and I'm so looking forward to my courtroom debut. But you just have to wait until then. Oh, I'll be waiting with a special piece of evidence I've been saving just for you. Vieci, wake up, you lazy bones. What? Was I sleeping? Must have been the sweet cologne of yours, Mr. LaBelle, made me right sleepy. It did. Well, it's time for your lesson on what to do and say tomorrow. I'm begging ya, not another lesson. I ain't cut out for this thinking and remembering stuff. Right up the schnozola. Keep quiet and do exactly as I say. No, please. Anything but another lesson. There they go. Missed our chance to get the truth out of him. Yeah, but we get the proof we need in court tomorrow, one way or another. All that's left now is that lie Jinxie told. We better go clear that up before tomorrow. You think they are done questioning Jinxie? Maybe let's see if she's over on Yokai Lane, shopping for more charms. Yokai Lane. April 1890 as well, Yokai Lane. Sleepwalking again. A cursed nine-tailed fox. The time for settling the score is nigh. My grudge has been festered over time. At least vengeance something. She must be possessed. Sleepwalking again. Maybe if I speak softly, I won't startle her and get a charm plastered on my forehead. Psst, Jinxie? Huh? Oh, hello, Mr. Demon Lawyer. Ah, my charms must have fallen off again. Guess I can avoid a charm slap by toning down my chores of steel. Are they done questioning you, Jinxie? And on the way back, I stopped here to buy a new charm that was just released. Yeah, which one? Oh, this one with the nine-tailed fox and Temotaro. It shows them dancing together. Really? The two bitter rivals dancing together? It's a charm for rebuilding burned bridges. Alright, for the municipal merger issue. No, it's for the demon lawyer and the insomniac prosecutor. I stopped you two from fighting like you did in court this morning. We weren't fighting. It was just a spirited debate. It's what we lawyers. No fighting. Charm slapped again. Apple, if you're done playing around, let's find out what she was lying about. Jinxie, it seems like you're starting to remember things. You already said the feathers and tracks weren't there when you discovered the crime. Have you remembered anything else that seems important? Like what? Tell us what you saw that day. Maybe you remember something else this time. When I opened the door, Papa and the other man, Hubie, were collapsed in the fox chamber. That's when Papa told me to call an ambulance and the police. That's all he said before he passed out in the chair. That's all he said? I knew it. She's holding something back. Jinx, it seems like you're starting to remember something. Dude, that's not the button I was pressing. What the fuck? Cancel. C? S? Okay, it's S. Perceive. You were very nervous when you said that's all he said, weren't you? I know because I saw your fingers move as if you were going to slap someone with a charm. Listen to me, Jinxie. This is very important. Did Mayor Temma say anything else to you? It was nothing. He was just talking in his sleep. Talking in his sleep? So you admit that he did say something else? How could you tell? Only a demon could have such powers. Like I said, he was just talking in his sleep. I mean, why else would Papa say something like that? Could you be a little more specific? Before he fainted, he said, "Forgive me, Jinxie, I killed Alderman Cube." He said, what? The mayor actually confessed to the crime? But he didn't mean it. He couldn't possibly have known what he was saying. He was probably possessed, or maybe he was in the middle of a nightmare. Nightmare? No, this is a nightmare. This is one statement I wish I never had. I have never heard. What in the world are we going to do now? Return to the basics. That's right, always believe in your client, no matter what happens. This is a lawyer's greatest and most trusted weapon. Right, just believe in my client, even if all I can see ahead is darkness and despair. Jinxie, does Prosecutor Blackwind know about your father's confession? I didn't mention it when he was questioning me. I mean, there's no way Papa's the killer. Why would the mayor confess like that? Could he really have been dreaming, or simply delirious? Who knows, but I sure feel like I'm living a nightmare right now. Apple, what are we going to do about tomorrow's trial? The crime scene was locked tight until Jinxie arrived, and our clients even confessed. Not only that, Jinxie has been accused of planting the yokai evidence. Both the mayor and Jinxie are going to prison if we don't do something. I know. Well, let's see here. Our lack of third party in the log room is a major problem. Jinxie has testified that when she first opened the door, Alderman Cube and Mayor Temma were the only people she saw in the fox chamber. But the real killer must have been hiding in there as well. Considering the room was locked tight, that's the only logical explanation. Our mystery person must have fled the fox chamber when it was opened. And that's when Jinx saw what she thought was Nemataro. But Papa and the other men were the only people there. I didn't see anyone else. What's going on here? The bell is extremely pale, but he's far from transparent. So, just how did he hide himself at the scene of the crime? Whatever it takes in court tomorrow, Apollo, we have to take down the dirty, rotten Temataro Florence Lebel. Alright, we get him with a legal exorcism justice style. Can we get to the court now, please? Oh my god, finally. Oh my god, finally. Let's see some progression. After this I need to apply the DLC if I wanna play more. April 19th, sorry. 9:30 AM, District Court, courtroom number 4. Already in the courtroom, not in the fucking lobby. Day 2 courted now is in session. Court is back in session for the trial of Dami and Temma. Apollo Justice, defense team leader is ready, Your Honor. Alternate Sykes, assistant defender is ready, too, Your Honor. As cheaper as ever, I see, and in French, no less, at the prosecution. Very well then. By the way, I asked Detective Fulbright to provide sturdier shackles today. There will be no more of your funny business this time, Prosecutor Blackwell. Now your opening statement, if you will. I believe it's standard procedure for the prosecution to handle it. Looks like the judge is really bringing it today. He probably realized how Blackwell played him, and that was one mean game of Simon says, yeah, his honor has to fight to defend his honor today. Your boldness. It's plain to see that you have always dreamed of delivering an epic opening statement. I have? I don't know if I would say that. Why, of course you have. I saw it in your eyes the last time you gave the opening statement. That was the look of one who yearns deeply for the thrill of an epic opening statement. For decades now you have been watching opening statements from your bench. They were the crown jewels of the court. The one thing you could not possess. The crown jewels of the court. Now at a long last, they are within your grasp. How could you possibly refuse? So you don't mind if I do it then? I'll make a special exception just this once. Here we go again. Yep, more of Blackwell's mind games. Well, in that case, I think I might go ahead and make the opening statement myself. In yesterday's session, we learned the shocking truth that the victim, Alderman Rex Cuby, was the Amazing 90s. We also learned that the Amazing 90s was a key figure in the yokai craze and anti-merger protests. It was further revealed that upon learning Rex Cuby's secret identity, Mir, Dami and Temma murdered him. The fact that the crime took place in a tightly locked room was also brought to light. And the only people in the tightly locked room were the defendant and victim. The defense proposed the existence of a hypothetical third party, but further investigation revealed no proof of a third party who had escaped the room. Ergo, we must conclude that the evidence against the defendant is well conclusive. Did I say something wrong? That was quite astonishing. You have truly outdone yourself this time. One more thing to boast about to my grandchild? Well, this was not an unexpected turn of events. Now then, it seems the prosecution has called a new witness to testify. The inexplicable yokai evidence left at the scene of the crime. Well, does that not demand some sort of explanation? The feathers and tracks weren't those left by the mayor while he was possessed?
Just bought an act to protect his daughter. Oh, yes, of course, I had suspected as much. Wait, did he actually believe the mayor's award-winning performance? His daughter was the one who planted the yokai evidence. I got the true identity of the yokai in the manor was the manor's maid, Jinxie Tenma. The prosecution is engaging in mere conjecture. Would you care for some witness testimony then? I am ready to prove that the little scamp is the one behind the Temotaro farce. Witness testimony? I bet he means Fish and the Creep Lebel. Very well then. Bailiff, will you bring the first witness? Fish, yes. Mr. Fish, you made quite the hasty exit yesterday. See that it doesn't happen again today. Whose keys are those? Been known for my hasty retreats since I was a kid, bit of a trademark of mine. Indeed, you managed to give a total of 5 bailiffs the slip. Like those amateurs could ever nab me. Perhaps you should shackle you by the neck. That would keep you in place. Oh please, I'm liable to rip my own head off if I start running. Your statement, now. Yes sir, Mr. Blackhead sir.
He may beat a hasty retreat, but there's no way escaping Prosecutor Blackwell. Yeah, Blackwell doesn't strike me as the give-up easy type. Now then, Mr. Fish, your testimony please. Specifically the true nature of the yokai you saw in the manor shortly after the crime. Oh my god, the yokai is Jinxie. Temotaro was really that little maid girl. I no doubt about it. I mean, Temotaro I saw was just a little thing about her size. But that little runt had a big old staff. I seen it when she came into the foyer. Betcha she stole it from the forbidden chamber after stumbling on the crime scene. She was gonna use it to wallop me on account of my fierce reputation, I just know it. So Temotaro was short in stature. And that's because it was Miss Jinxie Tenma all along? You betcha, besides all the rest in the manor were way taller than her. Gaining height is but an easy thing. But the big oaks like the defendant could never pass for short. What if Temotaro impersonator was walking on their knees? Weren't no knee walking, I see it myself. Then perhaps that yokai really was Miss Tenma after all. All monsters are not but tricks. Either of the mind or the cheap parlor variety. So you're saying she created an illusion like one of those magical eye things? Precisely, human senses are easily deceived. Take the fellow in the cell next to me. Each night he cries and screams about some ghost he thinks he sees. But in the truth, was simply the janitor. Oh ho ho, Prosecutor Blackwell just gave up the ghost literally. The janitor's deathly complexion and all-white attire are no doubt partially to blame. That and the fact that he constantly mutters about taking vengeance for this and that. This or that. That actually sounds like a real ghost to me. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. Mr. Fivet, you and Mr. Lebel mentioned something about the practice yesterday. Do you deny this so-called lesson was about that what you were supposed to say in court? No, you got it all wrong. Then could you tell the court exactly what sort of lesson it was? Oh, it was... what was it again? Oh, now I remember math, you know, numbers and stuff. It's completely under Blackwell's control too. Anyway, the Temotaro was that little maid girl, so what's the difference? I mean, Tematoru I saw was just a little thing about her size.
Hold it!
I take it you got a good look at how the tall Tematoru impersonator was? You betcha, I got a habit of sizing people up. Slicing people. I can even give you a primer on how to pull it all off, all under the table, natch. I got a knack for figuring out where people's pockets are and how much money they have. I size them real good before I relieve them. He just admitted to being a pickpocket right here in court. Does the witness hold that this Tematoru entered the foyer? Damn right I do.
Hold it!
Well, you're not going to brush it all off by claiming the perp was short. Must have hit a raw nerve cause you ain't that tall yourself. Look who's talking, mister. I've got to stand on a box just to testify. Anyway, Mr. Fish, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you say Tematoru Iso had a staff? Cross my heart, hope to die. I know, cause it went a jingle and jangle. Where do you suppose the staff came from? The staff you say? Well, I betcha she stole it from the Forbidden Chamber after stumbling on the crime scene. How? Isn't there only one key? Okay, I'm gonna probably pass on this first, but I'm gonna present the key. I suppose you mean to say the Jinxie time I entered the Forbidden Chamber to get one. Well, I ain't never seen a staff like that in the manor. It had to be the Forbidden Chamber. Oh really? The stench of the bell is thick in the air today. Jinxie entered the Forbidden Chamber after the incident. Then she took the staff and tried to cover up her actions by pretending to be Tematoru. I guess that's what Fiach is trying to say. Could Jinxie have entered the Forbidden Chamber if she wanted to? There is one thing I was wondering about. Why did the yokai have a staff in the first place? I've got my hunches about that. She was gonna use it to wallop me on account of my fierce reputation. Wallop you? And why would the so-called yokai want to do that? That little maid god never did like me. She always hightails it when I come around, or she sticks these weird papers on my noggin. Probably thinks of him as the dreaded Tanuki monster of Yubi Manor or something. We need to prove that Jinxie isn't Tematoru, but I have no idea how we are going to do that. All we have to do is prove that it was impossible for Jinxie to turn into Tematoru. And that might be easier than you think. Really? Now's our chance. Our chance to expose the real Tematoru for all to see.
Objection!
Huh. Your boldness? To me? What do you make of this objection of his? Oh, I don't know if I should, well... I have no patience for vagaries. Now answer my question. Yes, sir. Defense's objection was clearly misguided. Bravo, nicely done. Ho ho ho, it seems our misguided attorney has earned himself a penalty. Okay, I better look before I leap next time. So it's the key then.
Objection!
It would seem that Tematoru was in fact not this innocent little girl. Huh? How you figure that? You claim that Tematoru had one of those staves from the Forbidden Chamber, but it would have been impossible for Miss Temma to get a hold of one. Care to elaborate, Mr. Justice? The mayor followed this key shortly after the murder. He wanted to keep the killer out of the Forbidden Chamber. What's this? This key was deep in the mayor's stomach when Miss Temma discovered the crime scene. You see, it would have been impossible for her to get into the Forbidden Chamber. In short, the Temmataro seen holding the staff could not have been Jinxie Temma. What?
But then who does the defense believe was impersonating Temmataro? Or Temmataro impersonate is none other than Mayor Temma's aide?
Objection!
Such accusations beg evidence. Aside from his ghastly appearance, can you prove he is the yokai we seek? Yes, in fact, I can. Very well. Let's see where the defense is going with this. Mr. Justice, please show us a proof as to the true identity of the Temmataro impersonator.
Take that!
We found this hand cream in the Forbidden Chamber. And we know that whoever was Temmataro took one of the steps out of there, in short. I believe whoever this hand cream belongs to is the yokai impersonator we are looking for. But Mr. Justice, how do you propose to identify the hand cream's owner? I'm glad you asked, Your Honor. The defense requests a fingerprint analysis on this piece of evidence. It might tell us who it belongs to. Interesting. So you expect to find the yokai's prints there? Very well, I hereby call a short recess while we wait for the fingerprint results. No need for that, Your Boldness. We have prints of everyone at the manor that day. You call Prosecutor Blackwell? Could anyone be more whipped? Wright, analyze this for prints. You have 3 minutes. Your wish is my command. Very well then, I guess we just wait right here. It would seem the fingerprint analysis is complete. What do the results show? Or in the word? They are Florent Lebel's prints, aren't they? This is absurd. Prosecutor Blackwell? I'm not going to like this one, am I? Don't tell me. The Temataro's prints? Fingerprint analysis has revealed that the prints belong to Apollo Justice. Phineas Fierch.
Objection!
Wait, what? What? Then Mr. Lebel wasn't the one who entered the Forbidden Chamber?
Objection!
Why you tricksy little tanuki? Explain yourself, now! Sure, them prints are mine. I mean, I did pilfer that hand cream from Mr. Lebel after all. So you're the one who entered the Forbidden Chamber? So what if I did? Got a problem with it? You fool of a tanuki! Order, order. Mr. Justice, care to explain what this could mean? Excellent question. The fact that Mr. Fierce was in the Forbidden Chamber. Wait a second. Does this mean Temmataro holding that staff was Phineas Fierce? Another cat out of the bag. Mr. Fierce is Temmataro? I don't understand. Does this mean Mr. Fierce is the real killer? The witness will explain himself this instant. Begging your pardon, Your Honorship, but I was just doing what the Elderman told me. But he wanted me to be Temmataro in the village exorcism ritual. Oh, you mean that event at the 90th Vale Festival? So that was the you inside the Temmataro costume. Yep, and after the event I went to watch a pro wrestling program. But it bored me to tears on account of the wrestlers being complete jobbers. So he didn't actually watch the entire wrestling match. That's when I looked at Temmataro costume and got a great idea. Nobody can tell me it's me while I'm wearing it. And cause of them superstitions, no matter what I do, the villagers won't say a word. In other words, you use the superstitions to effectively render yourself invisible. Why did you want to enter the Forbidden Chamber in the first place? Because of the treasure there. But that was my big chance to sneak on in and nab it. Treasure? Only that it's the greatest get-rich-quick chance in the universe. Grandpappy told me all about it, said there's amazing treasure in there. He went in there not knowing his grandfather had already pre-offered it? Guess that's the one tale that didn't get passed down from grandpappy to grandson. Wait, how exactly did you get into the Forbidden Chamber? There was a meeting in the Fox Chamber that day. Plus the mayor swallowed the only key that could open the Forbidden Chamber's door. You couldn't have possibly gotten in? I could through the air vent in the foyer. The vents left. Oh, other man's picture I went on in and made a nice little hole. Used that to get into the air duct that leads to the Forbidden Chamber. I did. You what? But how's that even possible? Wait a second. I remember the air vent in the Forbidden Chamber. So Mr. Fish found a way to get into that air duct? And that's how he got from the foyer vent to the Forbidden Chamber vent? So Temotaro was nothing more than a cat burglar, or rather a tanuki burglar, and we are back to being without anyone to charge for the other man's murder. Looks like our so-called yokai is nothing more than one big troublemaker. Oops. Tell me, Mr. Fish, what did you do after fleeing to the foyer? Got out of the costume right quick, would have just caused trouble at that point. And where is the costume now? Heck if I know, and it ain't my fault if you've never find it. The police searched every nook and cranny. No yokai costume was left in the manor. What if it was tossed outside the manor? No way. But maybe, just maybe. The defense seems to have hit upon an idea. Well, go on, Mr. Justice. Okay, here's what I think. Mr. Fish, did you get rid of the costume here?
Take that!
Did you toss it out the window? Because that would certainly explain why it didn't turn up inside the manor. You think I tossed it out the window? That costume cost me a pretty penny. So why would I do something like that? I can think of a few reasons. Any bright ideas, Apollo? Well, assuming the costume really was tossed out from the window, then the next question would be, what happened to it after that? And if I'm right, I might have just the thing to prove what happened to the costume. Phineas Fish, I have just the evidence for you. You do? This evidence proves you got rid of the Temotaro costume through the window. Take that, motherfuckers! Oh, that Temotaro flying through the sky? And just how does this prove Mr. Fish threw his costume out the window? It's quite simple. That's not Temotaro in the photo, it's the costume Mr. Fish threw out. Oh, that's crazy, Tokyo. You ain't serious, are you? There's a steep cliff right outside the foyer window, meaning the manor is pretty high up. The costume flew through the air after it was tossed out. That's what the photo was taken. In other words, the photo of Temotaro really was a flight of fancy. What? Oh my, so there really never was a yokai. I can't keep any of them cats bagged. Can I still file a claim for the lost costume? This more than proves the defense disposition. Jinxita had nothing to do with staging the yokai sighting. Care to raise any objections, Prosecutor Blackwell? None whatsoever. I deal with the tricksy tanuki after I dealt with this case. We did it. Good going. Now all we have to do is make Florent Lebel take the stand.
Objection!
Sheathing the sword a bit early, are we not? Nothing has been proven beyond a doubt. Take this tricksy little tanuki for instance. How do you suppose he was able to exit the Forbidden Chamber? Probably the same way he got in, through the chamber's air vent. And what of the feathers and tracks at the scene of the crime? That would suggest that the tanuki exited through the chamber door, not the air vent.
Objection!
But the Forbidden Chamber doesn't open from the inside. So what you're saying makes no sense, right? Someone on the outside opened the door for you, isn't that right? Yeah, that's right, Mr. Blackjack. The door suddenly sprung right open. Sprung right open? Who was on the other side? Didn't get a good look on account of the sudden glare. Like how the reflection from my head blinds fellow moviegoers emerging from the dark. That's when I snatched the staff and made my daring escape. And then that little maid girl spotted me as I hightailed it down the hall. That means the Forbidden Chamber wasn't open until the crime was discovered. But wait. Oh, fuck. You still don't know who opened it. Might as well been Jinxie. Maybe there really was a third person in the Fox Chamber.
Objection!
Well, you little tanuki? When the Forbidden Chamber opened, did you see the accused pressed out there? Nope, only one there was the alderman and he was dead as a doornail. If the accused wasn't there, what do you suppose he was up to? Uh-oh, I don't like where this is going. Oh, don't tell me. Plainly, the only one who could have opened the Forbidden Chamber was the accused dummy and Temma. Wait a second. There had to be somebody else besides me or Temma there. Really? And who might that be? Oh, well, that would be...
Objection!
It seems our feisty little lass has forgotten the most important thing. Evidence. I didn't forget, I was just testing your attention to details. Besides, you can't prove your point without proof of some sort. It's a proven fact. Sorry, guess I put my foot in my mouth again. No, we are definitely onto something here. We are? Think about it. Fiat was stuck inside the Forbidden Chamber. One of the alibis we heard would no longer hold any water. The defense would like to call a new witness to stand. Someone who knew Mr. Fiat was stuck in the Forbidden Chamber, and by virtue of knowing this, has an alibi that no longer adds up. Ah, not the insufferable. Very well, the court will hear what Mr. Justice has to say. Whose alibi no longer adds up?
Take that!
Why, that's the defendant's aide, Florent Lebel. Didn't he claim to be in the foyer at the time of the crime? True, but in his alibi he also claimed Mr. Firch was in the foyer too. However, as we all know now, Mr. Firch was not there with Mr. Lebel at the time. In short, Mr. Lebel's alibi has disappeared. Florent Lebel's alibi was a one big lie. Isn't that right, Mr. Firch? I reckon there ain't no keeping that cat in the bag here, neither. It was all Mr. Lebel's idea. He told me he would button his lip about me breaking into the Forbidden Chamber, and in return he would say we would vouch for each other's alibi. Shame on you, Mr. Firch. Perjury is a serious crime, you know. Oh, shucks. Mercy, your honorship. I also assert that the person who opened the forbidden chamber for Mr. Fitch was none other than Florent Lebel. After all, his alibi has just been proven to be a complete fabrication. I see. We will take a 20-minute recess, after which time we will see what Mr. Lebel has to say for himself. Yes, we are finally going to drag the slippery snake onto the stand. In the meantime, the prosecution will question Mr. Lebel about these new allegations. April 19, 10:25 AM, District Court, Courtroom, Defendant Lobby number 3. We did it, Apollo. We finally dragged Mr. Lebel into court. Yeah. Hey, why the long face? I can't help but feel I'm missing something important. Plus, Prosecutor Blackwell is bound to mount a counterattack. You really are worrywart, aren't you? I'll be fine. It will be fine. The mystery figure who opened the forbidden chamber for Mr. Fitch had to have been Florent Lebel. I know, but that's not what was bugging me. I wish I could put my finger on it, though. At any rate, the big showdown with Mr. Lebel is up next, so chin up, Apollo. Continuing. April 19:11 AM, District Court, Courtroom number 4. He's not green hair, he's Joker. Court is back in session. Our next witness is... Yes, I'm acting on behalf of the mayor in this very important matter. It seems the witness is predisposed at the moment. Surely you jest. I will hold you to your promise, I remember that. Oh, my deepest apologies. This is Florent Lebel, personal aide to Mayor Temma, or should I say the accused. Like the poor mayor hasn't suffered enough. Well, what business do you have with me? I'm a very busy man, so let's make this as brief as possible. Your boldness? Alright. Mr. Fitch's testimony has revealed a hole in your alibi, and for this reason, you are suspected of having some sort of connection with the case at hand. To think I would be associated with this entirely lurid affair... Well, I'm not, so may I go now? I have very important matters to attend to.
Objection!
I don't think so, Mr. Lebel. Do you realize what serious crime you have committed? Witness, you are being accused of perjury. This is your chance to clear the air. Fine, the truth is faked. My alibi for a very good reason. The mayor was obviously the killer, so I created a fake alibi to confuse the matter. You see, as his personal aide, I felt I had to protect him. Sorry. You think this is funny? Without your alibi, you're a suspect too. What were you really doing at the time of the crime? Peasant, how dare you accuse me, one of the beautiful people, of being...
Objection!
Stop stalling and tell the court what you were doing, what you were really doing at the time of the crime.
Silence!
Enough jabbering. Swords have been drawn. The time for talk is past. Swords? What swords? This is a duel to the death. The fate of the accused rests in our hands. Begone, ye cowardly heart. The battlefield has no place for ye. Again? Oh my. Spare me, please. So much for sturdier trackers. Those chains hindered my vow to that heads would roll this day. This gives keeping your head on in court avoid new meaning. Will the witness please deliver the accused death knell? Death knell. You know of what I speak. Most certainly. His goose is already cooked. Time to stick a fork in him. Whatever he has to say can't be that good. As I told Prosecutor Blackwell during the recess, I rushed right over to the Fox chamber when I heard. Okay, I'm back. Rushed right over to the fox chamber when I heard Little Jinx's scream. What? Then, drumroll please. I saw Mayor Tam opening the forbidden chamber doors. But there you have it. Mystery Man will open the chamber door as witnessed by one Phineas Fierce. It was the accused, there was never any third party. Oh, and that's not all. I heard something quite startling there at the scene of the crime. Startling sounds bad. The mayor, who was barely conscious, muttered this. Forgive me, Jinxie, I killed the other man. That's right, the mayor actually confessed to the murder right then and there. He confessed? Order in the court. This is quite conclusive testimony if it stands. Just so, and quite astonishing, I might add. What the fuck was that animation? I only learned of this fact during the recess. I just love surprises, don't you? That's why I saved the best for last. Consider it a gift from me to you. No way, I don't believe Mr. Lebel heard the mayor confess. But is this really true? Did Mayor Tam really confess? It is indeed. During the last recess, I confirmed it with the mayor's daughter. It would seem Mayor Tam actually did confess. That testimony is quite favorable to the prosecutions. This is Lebel. Yes, I called earlier about the party reservations. That's right, and I'll be calling my little shindig Mayor Temma's Commission Gala. A splendid time is guaranteed for all but the mayor and his defense. Well, as it seems our witness is very busy, man. Let's get right to his testimony. Mr. LeBel, please tell us what you saw when you came upon the scene of the crime. What LeBel saw. I was in the hallway, hiding in the shadows. That's when I heard his confession. Upon learning of her father's crime, little Jinxie fled without ever noticing me. Immediately after that, the mayor came to, stood up, and opened the forbidden chamber. As I ran in terror, the demon emerged from his prison. In shock, I fled down the hallway to my right, to the one with the phone at the end. What? I must say, this is a shocking revelation. Quite unexpected. To think the defendant actually confessed then and there to his crime. Perhaps the guilt was too much to bear, so he confided in his daughter. You do realize you should have not withheld such crucial testimony from the court. Once again, sorry. It's just I fear being accused if I mentioned coming up on the most unpleasant scene. Why did the mayor's confession? Fucking goddammit, I can't swing. Record this shit. Constantly disturbed. Why did the mayor's confession have to be brought up by this guy? We better do something before the judge declares the mayor guilty. The death row inmate once told me in years gone by, there is a time to fight and a time to yield, a time to live and a time to die. He's laying it on a real thick now. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. Cross-examination. What's gonna happen here? Okay. I was in the hallway hiding in the First I'm gonna go through every single one of these, I think. What they say. I really don't want to press him on every sentence. I think he's just annoying character. If you don't find some way to poke a hole in his testimony, Mayor is as good as guilty. This is bad, very bad. We need to find an inconsistency, a mistake, some kind of conflict. It's all over if you can't find a flaw in the prosecution's case. Okay, so I have to press him on every sentence because this doesn't give you enough information.
Hold it!
He claimed that the mayor confessed to his daughter. Are you sure about that? Peasant, you wouldn't dare ask such a question if you truly understood. True beauty is never wrong. It's not. No, beauty is carved deep in the DNA. That means I'm programmed to always be right, even when I'm wrong. I'm not following. The exquisite ears like flowers bloom, these eyes that shine like pure pearls, this hair like the finest silk, nothing can corrupt the truth they hold. Ah, right. The witness will hurry up and explain the truth of his, specifically what did Jinxie Temma do upon hearing the confession. Upon learning of her father's crime, little Jinxie fled without ever noticing me.
Hold it!
How did Miss Temma appear to you? Oh, the poor little thing seemed positively heartbroken, all teary-eyed and whatnot. I couldn't help but shed a few tears myself after seeing her like that. I actually sympathize with Jinxie. It seems like an overly human emotion for him. Yeah, because he's the only real monster we have seen so far in looks and in character. The next thing I did was check my face in the mirror. Check your face? Why? To behold the beauty that is my sadness, why yes? Apollo, I'm starting to lose all faith in humanity. I know the feeling, but hang in there, at least keep faith in our client. Let's keep this moving, shall we? So what happened next? Immediately after that, the mayor came to, stood up and opened the forbidden chamber.
Hold it!
So he opened the forbidden chamber, but why would he do that? Who knows, maybe he wanted to free the demon, Temmataro?
Objection!
The courtroom is no place for fairy tales, remember you are under oath. Hello, LeBel speaking. Yes, I will certainly explore the matter. Toddlers. Now, where were we again? You were going to tell us the reason why the mayor opened the forbidden chamber. Oh yes, of course. Hello, this is LeBel. Good one, sir. You are an absolute riot. Okay, bye. You were saying? Never mind. This is a waste of time. He's just going to tell me more lies. The witness will focus on his testimony now, not his phone calls. Now, tell the court what you did after you saw the mayor open the forbidden chamber. Well, after that... As I ran in terror, the demon emerged from his prison.
Hold it!
What was Mr. Fierce like at the time? He was shouting, I can't see, it's the curse of Temmataro. Then he took off running like a madman. Must have been blinded by the sudden light flooding in. Wrong. What? He set eyes upon me, and was thus blinded by my radiant beauty. So it was the curse of Florent LeBel rather than Temmataro. Yes, I'm afraid such beauty can be a curse. It's almost criminal. The only thing criminal here is your careless jabbering. Ceaseless jabbering. Now get on with your testimony. Oh, forgive me your darkness. Let's see. Oh yes, I fled for dear life from Temmataro and... In shock I fled down the hallway to my right, to the one with the phone at the end. This seems pretty decisive to me. Florent LeBel, you are lying about having witnessed these events from the hallway. What on earth do you mean? You scared to fear the rest of us in, Mr. Justice? If Mr. LeBel had really fled down into the hall with the phone in it, he would have crossed paths with Miss Temma. What's this? After she discovered the crime scene, she immediately went to call the police. Then after making her call, she went back to the main hallway. Whereupon she encountered the demon, yokai or whatever you want to call it. As for me, I call it Phineas Fitch in a Temmataro costume. The encounter happened right here, where the hallways meet. As for Mr. LeBel, if he had fled here, feigning the escape from the yokai impostor, why yes, the two would have crossed paths. Right, except Miss Temma told us that there was no one else in the hall. In short, Miss Temma did not see you in the hall because you were never really there. My eyes, my beautiful eyes. Not such a fabulous scent now, is it? But Mr. Justice, the witness also stated that he heard the mayor confess. If he was lying about hearing the confession from the hall, then where was he when he heard it? Inside the fox chamber, where else? But isn't that within the very crime scene? It is, Your Honor, and that means he's not really a witness. Rather, he's the third party I've been alleging this whole time. What? You think I'm the killer? How dare you?
Silence!
Foolish fop. A true man knows when he is beaten. A shield of lies comes to naught before a foe with a sword of truth bared. Bard. Prosecutor Blackwell, what are you? I thought we were on the same side. You are mistaken. There are no sides here, save for my cold, steely edge of judgment. You are alone upon this battlefield. Weep not, but your lies are stickly sweet perfume. Whoa, what just happened? Blackwell is really tearing into him. You heard the mayor's confession from the inside, did you not, you deviant dandy? From the sole location from which you could have seen and heard the mayor and the Tanuki. Without either of them noticing, you was right there in the fox chamber. Oh my. So that's how it's going to be? Fine, I come clean then. Seriously? You admit to being there in the fox chamber? I do. I did enter the room after the murder. But I was afraid of being falsely accused, so I lied about it. I feel terrible about lying like that, but it's a verbal cologne I use to protect myself. You would better explain yourself, Mr. LaBelle. Yes, of course, I was just about to get to that. The witness is skating on thin ice. I remind you that perjury is a very serious crime. Now let's hear your testimony again, this time without your perfume of lies. Witness testimony in the fox chamber. I did enter the fox chamber after the murder, but I didn't enter until after Jinxie had heard the confession and left. I heard the mayor groan and hid behind the folding screen there. What I saw there up close was absolutely horrifying, so you see I was there but merely watching from behind the screen. From behind the screen? Why yes, I believe you wouldn't be spotted if you were there. Just so he could see everything without being spotted by the victim of the Tanuki Fiage. Suffice to say, he was mere witness to the events rather than an actual third party. This guy is as slippery as an eel. Apollo, you think he's telling the truth? Well, he was in the fox chamber, so at least that much must be true. The defense may cross-examine our slightly voyeuristic witness. I love voyeurism. Such fucking good psychological whatever. I did enter the fox chamber after the murder. Hold it, motherfucker. Why in the world would you enter the grisly crime scene? Why? Because I was worried sick. Mayor Temma's suit, It what? IT what? IT was designed personally by me. I was worried by my work of art might get blood on it. This man clearly has priorities in order. Okay, let's get this over with, shall we? Now, where was I? Oh yes, so I entered the fox chamber almost without thinking. But I didn't enter until after Jinxie had heard the confession and left.
Why didn't you enter right away? And bring my designer shoes? Your shoes? And even now, just thinking about getting blood on my fabulous footwear. It sends chills down my spine. That's why I hesitated. That's terrible. A man was dying and another injured, and you're worried about your shoes?
Silence.
I remind you, this is a court of law. We are not teaching morality here. We have schools of etiquette and such for trivia pursuits. Ugh. Now you listen to me, you deceptive dandy. Get to the point and be quick about it. Yes, well, I was there in the fox chamber, but
I heard the mayor groan and hid behind the folding screen there. Oops. Go back.
Hold it.
Wait a second. Why did you hide yourself? Oh my, so you do understand. I do. By hiding, I was concealing my fabulous beauty, which, for the sake of the universe, is something I should never ever do. That's what you were thinking, right? I'm sensing a black hole egocentricity forming around the witness stand. We can deliberate his mental process another time. Get on with the testimony. Now. Well, regarding the murder scene. What I saw there up close, it was absolutely horrible. Could you describe the crime scene in a bit more detail? And what exactly would you like details about? Well, what I would like to ask you about is... What do you remember about the yokai feathers and tracks? They resulted when Temotaro exited the Forbidden Chamber. He came out in quite a rush, scattering the feathers this way and that. Did you immediately know it was Mr. Firch? I did, and that's why I suggested we cook up our alibis together. But how did those practice sessions go? They were nearly the death of me. Firch has to be the worst student ever. He really doesn't think he's done anything wrong, does he? Well, Mr. Justice, do you consider his statement to be any of importance? Not so important. It's probably not so particularly important. No, Your Honor. The witness may proceed. Alright then. I would just like to add that it was terribly grisly scene, as I have described it.
Hold it!
Could you please describe the Forbidden Chamber at the time? It was shut tight until the mayor opened it. He's really trying to stress that it was the mayor who opened the Forbidden Chamber. That big liar, he opened it himself. Whoa, it looks like if looks could kill, LeBel would be toast. Mr. Justice, do you consider his statement to be of any importance? I think it's the murder weapon we have to discuss. So you think he's telling the truth about being there in that room? Well, I believe he was there. The question is, when did he enter? You mean, did he enter after Jinxie fled? Or was he there before the murder? Is the latter that would change everything? Right, if he was there before the murder, that would make him a suspect. But how do we go about proving that? Well, I guess we ask him about what happened there. Anyway, let's press him and see what kind of info we can extract from him. Let's cross our fingers that he says or reveals something incriminating.
Hold it!
Could you describe the state of the weapons that had been used at the scene? The spear had been thrust all the way through Alderman Cuby. Then there was the statue the Alderman used to bludgeon Mayor Temma. The incredibly inspiring symbol had fallen to the floor. Oh right, the statue. But why would he find it inspiring? What exactly did you find the statue inspiring? Well, when I saw the statue, I felt as if the murder had been realized. It was like a celebration of union between town and village, an inspiring symbol of goodwill. Broken statue next to a bloody corpse. Real inspiring. I believe that to be extremely important. I request that it be added to the testimony. A statue had fallen to the floor. It was a token of goodwill celebrating the municipal merger. Jinxie is the original who knows what it looked like.
Objection!
Your lies have finally betrayed you, Mr. LaBelle. What possibly could you mean? You said this statue was like a celebration of union between town and village. Isn't that correct? It is indeed, but what of it? The two yokai are joining hands in goodwill. As if they were celebrating a municipal merger. Something the matter? So, how did you really know that this statue was meant to be a symbol of goodwill again? What? Justice, Dono, explain yourself. And make it quick. The statue was meant to symbolize goodwill in its original form, but that was a secret. Secret? Whatever do you mean? What I mean is that it broke when someone used it to strike Mayor Temma on the head. What's left clearly makes it look like the two yokai are battling it out. The statue's secret and its true form were lost inside that log room. For Miss Temma is the only living soul who should know what it once looked like. So Mr. LaBelle, where could you have possibly seen the statue in its original form? What do you mean where? The only possible answer is this: you saw the statue in its original form? Right there in the room where the older man was murdered before it was broken. How dare you? Mr. Justice, are you accusing the witness with some sort of crime? Yes, I am. Florent LaBelle, I accuse you of the murder of Adam and Rex Cube. Order. Mr. LaBelle, you have been accused of murder. Do you have anything to say in your defense? Arg. How could you possibly accuse me? The embodiment of guilt. Way to go, Apollo. This is the conclusive evidence we needed. Magnifico. We've got you now. We know you killed the other man, I admit it.
Silence.
Enough of your silly games, Justice Dono. This prancing peacock could not possibly be the killer.
Objection.
What are you talking about? His alibi has already crumbled to dust. And I just proved that he was in the Fox chamber while it was still locked tight.
Silence.
Why could he have not seen the statue in its true form before the murder? That's what I was thinking too. It seemed like so far-fetched. After all, he was close friends with the Alderman. Yeah, correct. Ergo? Yes, that's right. I clearly remember it now. Alderman QB told me about it. About what the statue actually looked like. I mean, he was a good friend of mine. Ha ha ha.
Objection!
Yeah, right. He wouldn't show you a secret gift just like that.
Silence.
Moreover, it has already been proven that he was not present at the scene of the crime. It has? Forgotten, have we? Record the little scam statement, if you will. When Jinx them unlocked the Fox chamber, she saw the Alderman and the Mayor collapse therein, and no one else. Dang it. The fact is, it was you two who made that apparent in yesterday's court session. Thus, Florent LaBelle could not possibly have been in that log room.
But didn't he just admit to it? So what are we saying here? I just don't get it. How could Jinxie not have seen LaBelle? The proof is incontrovertible. No room for debate exists. Am I not right, your boldness? It does seem awfully conclusive. The facts point to the defendant and the victim being the only people in that log room. Moreover, the defendant has already confessed.
Objection. Silence.
You cannot defend the indefensible. Your role in this charade is over, Justice Dono. But your boldness. This trial would last an eternity if you were to keep crossing blades with these simpletons. It is high time you brought down the hammer of justice. A point well made. I believe it's time to declare a verdict. This court finds the defendant Damian Temma It will seem that my time is at hand. Mayor Temmo. Counselor, there is a matter to which I must testify. I recall it now only for your good graces. Counselor, alright, he must mean me. Has he finally remembered what happened before the blow to his head? Bailiff, don't just stand there, seize him. No good, I can't restrain him. Know me and despair, for I am Temataro, Demon Lord of the Yokai. Mr. Justice, do something. Since when am I responsible for court security? Apollo, this is our chance, we might get some new information out of him. Your Honor, seeing as our client has something new to say, I believe due process demands that we hear him out, even if he's a yokai. When you put it that way... Still, I believe testimony by a yokai is unprecedented in the legal world. Unprecedented in absurdity, more like. Alright then, Mr. Damien Temma, or should I say Mr. Temmataro, your testimony please. I shall now speak of recollections, mostly a courtesy of my host Damien Temma. Heed these words, mortals, for hear them but once you shall. Ka. The rule of demonkind. Barely conscious was Damien there amid the darkness. Suddenly two yokai did appear. On one side, I Tamatar, rule of demonkind, and on the other, my mortal enemy, the Nine-Tailed Fox. So is the defendant asserting that the room he was in was very dark at the time? Strange as it may be, yes indeed, all was in darkness. And the part about Temataru and the Nine-Tailed Fox being there? Yes, that too. Temataru towered overhead and the Nine-Tailed Fox glittered gold. I call animal abuse, Your Honor. It would seem the defendant's recollections are not to be trusted. Yes, well, truth be told, my host's recollections are still a bit fuzzy, as if half dreamt that happening lingers in his mind. Apollo, maybe I can help here. Really? Oh, you mean... Yes, I can hear it, the discord in his heart. I sense an unusual emotion in the mayor's memory of the event. I just hope our fight does not come back to haunt us again. Why was he happy? When the Nine-Tailed Fox appeared, you not only experienced shock and sadness, but also something like joy as well. Joy? Perhaps it was a joy at the light coming to my eyes at long last. A long and terrible creaking that pierced the silence. And then there was light. On reflection, it was the door that did produce the infernal racket. Creaking door. Oh, you must be talking about the Forbidden Chamber door. It does make a lot of noise. So this means the Forbidden Chamber really was opened. But what about the sudden light he described? I think I know. He mentioned darkness and Temataru towering overhead. Maybe the mayor wasn't really in the Fox Chamber at the time of the crime. Mr. Mayor, did the darkness that you were in happen to be here? Forbidden Chamber? Was it not the Fox Chamber where the murder did occur? Yes, but it all makes sense if you were in the Forbidden Chamber. The terrible creaking sound was probably the Forbidden Chamber's door opening. And the towering Temataru you saw? Most likely the Forbidden Chamber statue. Why, yes, that would explain it. The darkness and the staff in the demon's grasp. But even if all that's true, then what about the nine-tailed fox? Maybe he was seeing things just like Jinxie and her imaginary yokai. Fantastic, Apollo. It's entirely possible. It's in a groggy, dreamlike state, people can misremember things and events. Misremember, you say? Let me think. Ah, I do believe I remember now. That was not the nine-tailed fox. It was the amazing nine-tails. The amazing nine-tails? At first this is but a dream, I thought. Now, however, most clearly do I recall it. Thus was the amazing nine-tails who did open the Forbidden Chamber's door. I'm sorry, I asked. The amazing nine-tails, but that was the victim, oh, the Mancubi, right? Yeah, why would he open a Forbidden Chamber? Wasn't he trying to keep it sealed? Never mind that, this is completely new information. Let me enter it and run an update. Dude, what the fuck is happening in this case? When the amazing nineties opened the chamber, banishing the darkness within, you felt joy, but didn't you also feel shock and sadness? Yes, in the hazy depths of my mind, I do recollect something of that nature. I believe it was the fiend's cape of red. For when I did behold it, a great wave of sadness did inexplicably wash over me. A cape of red. Apollo, we have reduced the noise level. Oh, but there's still a little left. Mayor Tema, why were you sad when you saw the red cape? Why, indeed. What could this mean? Guess his memory is still a little spotty. I know because his latest recollection contradicts the evidence. Yeah, it's one of those contradictions that slaps you right across the face. Something this obvious could arise when someone is trying to force a fuzzy memory into a definitive shape. Apollo, I know what you have to do. You need to present evidence that contradicts the image you see. Oh, so it's basically the same as usual cross-examination process. Okay, time to review the evidence. Look at contradiction. Here comes justice.
Objection!
You said the amazing ninth escape was red. Are you sure about that? Yes, well, I do believe it was a red cape I saw, but... Mayor Temma, does this cape look red to you? Oh, that certainly does not look red. Not even scarlet or crimson either. Nevertheless, upon my liberation, something red did fill my as yet hazy field of view. And I thought to myself, the amazing 90s is arrayed in a cape of red. So you mistook that red something for his cape, huh? Apparently so, and remembering it now brings a great sadness upon me. So the red something probably wasn't a cape after all. Maybe that great sadness he mentioned is what's interfering with his memory. Well, he would have seen the fox chamber behind the amazing 90s. What red object could he have seen there that would have been that shocking? I know. Could it have been... Mr. Mayo, was the red thing you saw this? What? Kind of confused. What the fuck? What is the item here? So confused. Oh, the crime scene photo?
Take that!
Something red that could produce a deep sadness. Could it be Mr. Tammo that what you saw was the Alderman's blood? Blood? Why, yes, it was blood. It's all coming back to me now. It wasn't the red cape that I saw. It was lying behind the amazing 90 as the Alderman's bloody body. Bye-bye. His noise level is down to 0. I think he's remembered everything now. Does this mean the Amazing 90 has killed Alderman QB? But the Alderman was the Amazing 90, so how exactly would that work? Hey, I asked you first. Well, Mr. Justice, you sure know how to make a complicated matter even more complicated. True, but at the time of the crime, our client was in the Forbidden Chamber, moreover...
Silence!
Boy, don't you think this strange? The City Scamp has already confirmed her father to be in the Fox Chamber, but she said not about seeing the Amazing 90 as there. You just had to bring that up, didn't you? Jinx didn't see LaBelle there either. It's so weird. Who really was in that room then? Will the defense care to share any theories with the court? Can you explain the inconsistency between the defendant's testimony and the daughter? No, I can't. Yes, of course, I can explain it. Because if I don't, we are in serious trouble. Not with more of your bluffs and fairy tales, I trust. Fair warning, Justice, and I shall have your head if you fail to explain this. What about the good old-fashioned penalty? Mr. Justice, let's see if you have a head worth keeping on your shoulders. First of all, Mr. LaBelle was definitely in the Fox Chamber while it was locked. We also know that Mayor Tamma was in the Forbidden Chamber based on his testimony. These two facts are crucial to my explanation. So let us consider the following question. If the facts point to Florent LaBelle and the victim being there at the scene, why did Jinx see... Oh, I think what happened here is that he dressed up as Tammo? Is that real? Because why would he confess? Oh yeah, I was the one who killed Alderman QB. I guess it makes sense. Why did Jinx see Tammo see her father Mayor, Tammo, and the victim? Very good question indeed. And I suppose you have an answer for us? Sadly, you would be supposing wrong. Do you think she could have mistaken LaBelle for the mayor? But if she did, then the question is, why did she do that? Well, how about that explanation, Mr. Justice? I believe the time for questions is over. The defense asserts that Mr. Florent LaBelle was at the scene of the crime. However, Jinxie Tamma testified that she saw her father collapse there. If she has, in fact, misremembered the event, what could have made her do so? The figure Miss Tamma saw was not her father. It was Florent LaBelle disguised as Damien Tamma.
Silence!
That is a complete impossibility. Their faces are utterly unalike. How could you explain that away with a mere disguise? Yes, they both do have incredibly distinctive faces. Maybe the disguise completely hid his face? I think Jinxie would have mentioned if she couldn't see her father's face. And if it was that sort of disguise, wouldn't she have removed it? Alright. Your sword is as dull as your mind, Justice Dono. Shall I show you what a truly sharp blade is capable of? Ahaha, I think I pass. Are you okay, Apollo? I'm not fine, am I? Well, now that we have that little fairy tale out of the way, your boldness, your verdict, if you will. Mr. Justice, I believe it's time for a verdict if you have no further arguments. What's even left for me to do? Apollo, remember what Mr. Wright always says? When you're stuck in a tight spot, turn the case upside down. Turn the case upside down? He does say that, doesn't he? But I don't quite see how it applies here. Still, never hurts to give it a try, I guess. Let's see. Rather than Jinx didn't remove the disguise, maybe she couldn't remove it. And rather than she didn't tell anyone about the disguise, maybe it was she couldn't talk about it. A wrestler's mask is more precious than his own life. He would never unmask himself in front of others, but there are matches where wrestlers battle for the right to remove each other's mask. To have your mask torn off is the worst humiliation a wrestler could suffer. That's why their masks are more important to them than life itself. And what about the fact that it was the amazing 90s who opened the door? A mask that can't be removed in front of others. Then these facts turn things around. We got it all backwards. Apollo? I think we might have made a huge mistake. Your boldness, I see no need to further indulge them in their silly little farce. The defense has no proof, they never did and they never will. Then it seems I must announce my verdict. I do have proof. Do you now? Alright, but this better be good, Mr. Justice. Okay, Your Honor, let me save. Oops. Let me return to the title and losing progression. We can solve the remaining riddles by turning all of our assumptions upside down. Why Jinxie Tama mistook Mr. LeBel for her father? Why she couldn't remove the costume or tell anyone about it in the first place? These riddles are inextricably linked to Mayor Tama's secret identity. Shocking secret identity that will turn the entire premise of this case upside down. This piece of evidence clearly reveals Mayor Tama's secret identity.
I think it's the this thing. What absolute claptrap poppycock border dash. We thought the other man was the amazing 90s and the mayor was Tamataro. That's why we believe the mayor killed the other man in his lust for 90s as well. And it was the basis for the prosecution's entire case against our client. However, we got the whole thing backwards. Mayor Tama wasn't Tamataro at all, he was the amazing 90s. What's this? You best explain yourself, Justice Dono. And from where you derive such a far-fetched conclusion? Jinxie no doubt knew the true identity of the amazing 90s, but she couldn't tell anyone no matter what. That's why she didn't say it was the amazing 90s she's so passed out. Even though, unbeknownst to her, it was really Florent Lebel in disguise.
Silence.
The accused and the deceitful dandy are utterly dissimilar in physical build and voice. The little scamp would not have seen the difference. Remember, Mr. Lebel has his own very bond of cosmetics. Why couldn't he fake a different beard too? And anyone speaking through a mask would naturally sound different.
Silence.
Why did she not simply pull the mask off?
Objection.
A masked wrestler disguise is more precious than life itself. As a huge fan of the amazing 90s, she would never dare unmask him. This case of mistaken identity also explains the riddle of the locked room. Then by all means, Mr. Justice, answer it for us already. First, Mr. Lebel entered the room where the mayor and the other men were talking. I suspect he brought with him coffee laced with some sort of sedative. Once the other man was out cold, that's why Mr. Lebel killed him. Next, he took the mayor who he had also drugged into the Forbidden Chamber. Then he returned to the Fox Chamber, slipped into some of the mayor's spare clothes, and completed the disguise by donning the amazing 90s mask. With his entire charade in place, Mr. Lebel let out a scream. Scream that led Jinxie Temmo to the scene. Oh, so then the person who said I killed Alderman QB was... Yep, that was Florent Lebel in disguise. The mayor never actually confessed.
Silence.
This is no more than guesswork and speculation. Now stop your jabbering and...
Objection.
Now you know you twisted samurai. This time you stop your jabbering and let me finish making my case. Arg! Once Miss Temmo left the scene, Mr. Lebel, still wearing the mayor's clothes and mask, opened the Forbidden Chamber so he could drag the mayor back out into the Fox Chamber. Also, the amazing 90s the mayor saw was... Right, it was Lebel opening the Forbidden Chamber. The second time Mr. Lebel opened the door to the Forbidden Chamber, he happened to catch the thieving Mr. Filch by surprise. Startled, Mr. Filch, in his Temmo Toro disguise, ran as fast as he could away from the room. As he did, he left behind him a trail of feathers and tracks, and gave Miss Temmo the scare of her life in the hallway. With no one left to witness the events that had occurred, Mr. Lebel had proceeded to drag the sleeping mayor back into the Fox Chamber. I see, well, that all certainly does make sense. Then after dragging the mayor back into the Fox Chamber, Mr. Lebel threw the mask out the window and fled the room.
Silence.
For this absurd theory to work, it requires the defendant to be the amazing 90s. However, he was the one pushing for the municipal merger. That such an individual could possibly be the amazing 90s is preposterous.
Objection.
The mayor was blackmailed into pursuing the merger. Miss Temmo's life would have been in danger if he had openly voiced his opposition. That's why he created a secret identity as the amazing 90s. This is madness. No one could possibly have hatched such an insane plot. No one except the killer as insane as his plot, I would say Florent Lebel more than qualifies. Foolish mortal, is it at your own peril that you forget who I am? Mayor Temmo, it's okay now. Jinxie will be safe just as soon as Mr. Lebel is arrested. You are the amazing 90s, aren't you? Aye. You have quite the active imagination. Mayor Temma is not the amazing 90s.
Objection!
What do you mean? Well, has the mayor admitted to it yet? But that's just... And even if he did admit to such nonsense, I would reveal the truth behind Temma right here and now. What? Why, you would dare reveal the secret? My good friend, the other man told me all about it. But it wouldn't be good to expose the truth, but with the superstitions now, would it? The truth behind the Temma. What's he talking about? So go ahead, say it. I am the amazing 90s, I dare you.
Objection!
Wait. Will somebody please explain what's going on here? Mayor Temma will do anything to keep the truth behind Temma a secret. A dark, terrible truth that has been kept secret by the village superstitions. And if the mayor admits to being the amazing 90s, you expose the truth? Right, I won't have him walking free because of some nonsense he made up. So what now, Justice Donald? Without the mayor's admission, your theory is as useless as you are in battle. I sure it was useless. Apollo, don't you dare give up now. I know. Your Honor, I believe Mr. LeBel's statements warrant a thorough cross-examination. After all, the true identity of the amazing 90s is the cornerstone of this case. You do have a point there. Please answer this court, Mr. LeBel. Is the defendant the amazing 90s or not? The amazing 90s true identity is not Mayor Temma. The mayor would never admit to such utter nonsense. But if he did admit to such nonsense, I will expose the truth behind Temma right here and now. And that would bring upon the 90s veil, just as the superstitions say. Talk about out of the pot and into the fire. At this rate, the mayor will be found guilty for sure. Honestly speaking, if Mayor Damien Temma is not the amazing 90s, I'm afraid I don't see how the defense has much of a case here. And let's just leave it at that, shall we? We all know the other man QB was the amazing 90s anyway. I mean, that's how 90s were made a comeback. The other man was so popular. There's gotta be a hole in the testimony somewhere. But I don't even know where to start. Since we don't have any proof that the mayor is the amazing 90s, then we just have to get him to admit it himself. But if he admits it, LeBel is going to expose the secret behind Temma. Yeah, so close, I know it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Amazing 90s true identity. Sorry guys, I don't know why I authored. The Amazing 90s true identity. Let's see my... This whole case only makes sense if the mayor is the amazing Ninetales. I know you used his mask to create this illusion of a log room murder.
Silence.
Nothing more than idle speculation. You have no evidence now, have you?
Objection.
Mr. Leban knows what the statue originally looked like. That means he had to be in the fox chamber while it was still locked tight. Sorry, but I heard about the statue from Alderman Cube. If you don't believe me, just ask him. Oh, but what's that? The Alderman's dead? Looks like the joke's on you, my sweaty little friend. Apollo, you mind if I wring his neck? Wait in line, cause I'm going first. Temper, temper, anyway. The mayor would never admit to such utter nonsense. The only nonsense here is in this court is you and your assertions. Such anger is terrible for the skin, you know. Beauty is like a flower that blooms forth from a serene heart. Excuse me? I wouldn't expect a wilted peasant like you to understand. Perhaps this fragrance will help the blossom within your bloom? You liked that, didn't you? Enough jabbering about blossoms and whatnot. Get on with your testimony before I slice you into a bouquet of cut flowers. Oh dear, please excuse me. As I was saying, the assertion of our wielded attorney here is utter nonsense. But if you did admit to such nonsense, you would be arrested, wouldn't you? Yes, it's true. I would be sacrificed upon the altar of justice despite my innocence. But what a terrible loss that would be for the future of humankind's cosmetic deeds. It is a tragedy that must be averted. Defend me if you understand this.
Silence.
The only terrible loss is the time wasted by your ceaseless yammering. If you would avert the tragedy awaiting you and that vexing visage of yours then. Yes, I know, get on with my testimony. Anyhow, suffice to say, should the mayor admit to the defense's nonsense, it will make good on my threat and...
Hold it.
And just how did you learn of the so-called truth behind Tamataro? Alderman Cube told me all about it. The secret of the Forbidden Chamber and the truth behind Tamataro. Why would he share secrets like that with you, Mr. LeBel? Because of the Alderman's wife. I was looking after her while she was hospitalized. He appreciated it so much he shared the secrets with me. Wait, did he threaten the Alderman in addition to the mayor? Don't tell me that's how he learned how to open a Forbidden Chamber. Needless to say, I'm not above revealing the truth behind Tamataro.
Hold it.
Do not gaze upon Tamataro. Do not tell others if you see him. Exactly, telling others what Tamataro looks like would reveal the truth. That's why the superstitions were written down in the first place. And Ruin coming to your village if you free him, is it that warning not to expose the truth? Bingo, the truth is Tamataro is a great greed inspiring fortune. That's what the war battle over Ninetales Vale is all about. Tamataro is a great fortune? Come to think of it. Could Tamataro actually be
Forbidden Chamber treasure? Telling the villagers that Tamataro is a terrifying yokai is what has scared them away from the Forbidden Chamber and the treasure within. That's how the treasure has been kept secret all this time. Well. It seems our race attorney has uncovered the truth that must not be revealed. Mirtama looks like he wants to keep the truth hidden as much as I do. Tragedy is doomed to repeat itself as long as Temotaro exists. That's why the secret must be protected. As long as Temotaro exists. Mr. Lebel, please add a statement to your testimony. Tragedy is doomed to repeat it as long as Temotaro exists.
Objection!
Mr. Lebel, what if Temotaro no longer existed? Revealing the truth would no longer be an issue, would it? If Temotaro no longer existed... What on earth are you talking about? Oh, apparently you haven't heard. Temotaro no longer exists. But I guess you didn't get to do a thorough search after the key was taken from you. Because when we searched the Forbidden Chamber, there wasn't any treasure there. Really? Well, maybe you weren't looking in the right place. Sorry, but I have proof that Temotaro no longer exists. Take a look at this figure. What do we have here? It looks like some sort of creature. We found this in the Forbidden Chamber. It's an Azuki Kozo figure. The great thief Azuki Kozo used to leave them at the scene of his crimes. Are you suggesting that Temotaro has been stolen? Yep, Phineas Fierce's grandfather, a master thief, was the culprit. Oh, and by that hideous moronic caretaker's grandfather, no less? You. I know my beautiful golden Temotaro was. The greed inspired by Temotaro can no longer bring up ruin upon Ninety as well. Isn't that right, Mayor Temma? The root of tragedy would indeed seem to be gone. In fact, I now recall the Alderman revealing the secret to me on the day of our meeting. He must have been speaking of Temotaro, for he said to me the gold ingot was gone. The gold ingot, you mean the treasure that is Temotaro's true form. Recall, if you will, the scroll in the Forbidden Chamber. Temotaro is the yellowish object shown there. A giant gold ingot that my nomadic ancestor bestowed upon Ninety as well. In return for that gold, my ancestors did receive the 90 as well, land that would become Temmotown, but drive the villagers mad with greed did that great fortune. Peter was their greed-fueled battle. It was as if they were possessed. My ancestors' gold became as a curse upon their village, a curse of ruin. Thus it was that the yokai Temotaro came to be. So the Temotaro and the village superstitions were merely fairy tales to scare people away. Fairy tale or not, Temotaro made quite the mess of things. Yes, indeed, for there is no greater monster than a mortal man's lust for gold. Well, you know what they say, the love of money is the root of all evil. My ancestors did bring a terrible thing here to 90 as well. A thing so terrible that Temotaro, a monster just as terrible, had to be created to keep it a secret. Yes, yet we have naught but love for the little village to which we owe our very existence. Temmotown would never seek to take over 90 as well in a merger. Oh my, that was quite a shocking lesson in history. Mr. Mayor, now that we know Temotaro no longer exists, are you ready to admit your secret? Or the amazing 90s, aren't you? You are the amazing 90s, aren't you? No, don't do it. Please, no. Be gone, you demented demon. Ahem, now where was I? The Golden Lord of Yokai, the amazing 90s, is indeed me. And that means Jinxie. Yes. The man wearing the mayor's clothes who you saw collapsed in the Fox Chamber. Was he wearing the amazing 90s mask? That's what made me think it was Papa. He said he was going to reveal his secret identity to Alderman QB that day, so it really wasn't Papa, so there was it. It was Florent's idea from the start. He advised me to reveal my secret identity to the Alderman. Yeesh, Rube Goldberg. Machines have less elaborate setups than LeBel's scheme. You may rest easy now, little Jinxie. That monster's deception is through. The true facts behind this case have finally come to light. Mayor Temma did not kill Alderman QB. But Florent LeBel did. How dare you? Peasant! Was that supposed to be a breakdown? It's not that...
Silence.
Wait, silence? It's still going? What the fuck? Justice, Donald. You should at least have a real blade in your hands if you desire to cross swords with me. Or have you mistaken this battlefield for a training ground? What's this guy want now? Evidence is like a razor-sharp blade that cuts through bone as though it were butter. But you have only blind guesses, a dull blade incapable of cutting even a cake. He has you there, Mr. Justice. After all, evidence is everything in a court of law. Dude, what? They are right, let's see some evidence. Of course, a perfect being like me wouldn't leave any incriminating evidence behind. This is the final battle. Just as a samurai must live and die by the sword, you will live or die by the evidence you hold. My swift blade of judgment awaits. Now present your conclusive evidence, or you don't have any? Oh, crude. Do I have anything conclusive? Of course I do. Evidence? Oh, I have evidence. You do? Of course. It's just the conclusive evidence you need, too. I'm going to finally prove me you're innocent. Here comes justice. Let's review the facts. The most damning evidence against the mayor was the crime itself. The mayor and the victim were the only two people found in the room. Also, we all know the alderman was scared because he was the Amazing 90s. But as we know now, of course, we were way off. Amazing 90s is really Mayor Damian Temma, and that's why when his daughter Jinxie saw the Amazing 90s collapse at the scene, she mistook him for her father. It was the facts as we are revealed. Mr. LeBel says that he did not leave any evidence at the scene of the crime, but he didn't say anything about evidence outside the crime scene. Maybe he isn't as clever as he thinks he is. Has any evidence been found outside the crime scene? Provide any clues? The clue inside the mask. Oh, I know, the Amazing 90s mask. It was found washed up along the river. What sort of clues does the mask hold? White hair, obviously. What is this thing? And what about the hair left in the mask? Who does it belong to? Now this one I don't know. I'm gonna say Florent LeBel. White hair is LeBel's. Alright, the hair is Florent LeBel's. Yes, now that's what I call conclusive evidence. Well, Mr. Justice, do you have any conclusive evidence to present to this court? Of course I do. Observe this mask, if you will. The mask? How is that conclusive evidence? It's not the mask itself, but the white hair inside it. We originally thought it belonged to Alderman Rex QB. Yes, but the Amazing 90s, as we know now, is Mayor Temma, so? That is correct. So the question is, whose hair could this be? Analyze it. And the answer to that is the last person to have worn it before it was discarded. That would be you, Mr. Florent Lebel. What are you talking about? I've never had hideous white hair like that.
Silence.
It would appear your coup de grace failed to hit its mark. This freakish fop is not the white hair type, because he's busy being one ludicrously garish color or another.
Objection.
No, because it was washed up in the water. No, Prosecutor Blackwell, it's you who has made a fatal error. What? Remember where this mask was found? Washed up by the side of the river? With that in mind, this last piece of evidence will solve
All of the remaining riddles.
Take that.
That's... What is that? This is Mr. Lebel's own private brand of hair color. It washes out with just water. The court will also record that amazing 90s mask washed up along the side of the village river with the white hair inside it. What's this? Are you saying that preening Peacock's hair color is? That's exactly what I'm saying. Mr. Lebel's hair color is freaky work of fiction. But thanks to a river flowing through 90 as well, now we have a real life expose. White hair in the mask is conclusive evidence proving you're the real killer. DNA test is all we need to prove it, and we both know we'll get a match. Admit it, Florent Lebel, you were the one who killed Adam and Rex Skibby. You peasant! How dare you! You profane my beauty, I'm going to exterminate you. My makeup. Hello, this is Lebel. What? The project is off? This is Lebel. The sponsors have pulled out. Lebel speaking. I'm fired? You mean I'm no longer Mayor Emma's aide? Hello, this is Lebel. What? There's a catastrophic damages claim against me? $100 million? I'm finished, washed up. Stick a fork in me, I'm done.
This is preposterous. I, Simon Blackwell, defeated. Order in the court. I was so throat after this. What the fuck? This was a really long case. Well, this is quite the unexpected outcome. I must hand it to you, Mr. Justice. You really turned this case on its head, just like the other lawyer, Phoenix, right? Just like that other lawyer. Wait, that was a compliment, right? Prosecutor Blackwell, what have you done with Florent Lebel? The defaced man has withered like a flower without water. One of the officers is currently tending to him with a sprinkler. Wouldn't that just wash even more of his makeup off? Allow me to explain the actions of the guilty party in detail. The motive, of course, was to steal the god ingot known as Temataro. However, few are allowed into the manor due to his cultural ties the 90 as well. Lebel set in motion plans to gain access to the manor and the god within via the merger. But the efforts of the amazing 90 saw those plans come to a halt. And thus Lebel murdered the other man and attempted to pin the blame on Mayor Temma. I see, but I still can't comprehend is why he would go after the god in the first place. Mr. Lebel doesn't look like someone who is in the need of financial aid. The bell hit his past well, much like he hit his beauty with makeup. He's mired in debt. Debt due to pouring money into a brand only he could love. Which is why he sought the gourd with such ferocity. Too bad for him, someone else had gotten to it first anyway. I see, very well then. I believe it's time I declare the verdict. This court finds the defendant Dummy and Temma guilty. What the fuck? That was a lag. Court is adjourned. Oh, finally, man. April 19, 1:23 p.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 3. That was some seriously good lawyering, Apollo. Even I didn't see that coming. Just got lucky, I guess. You banished the Tamatoro from the 90 as well, like you were some kind of exorcist. There's still one thing I don't understand. How come Mr. Lebel didn't kill Mayor Tamato? Could have set it up so Mayor murdered the other man, then died from a counterattack. That would have removed at least one possible fly from the ointment. I was wondering about that too. But I have a hunch Lebel was biding his time. He was planning on exposing the amazing 90s true identity himself. But why? Because the mayor was the amazing 90s. Had Lebel succeeded in framing Mayor Temma for the other man's murder, the wrestler's popularity would have plummeted once his identity was revealed. Oh, I get it. If the amazing 90s was just scared he would die a hero, but if he was proved the villain, his fans would abandon him, making the merger that much easier. Right, then when the merger was complete and everything cooled down, he would be able to search the Forbidden Chamber at his leisure. What an insanely intricate plot. Kakakao, most excellent job clearing my name. A feat worthy of the Demon Lord's approval. Why are you acting like Tamatoro again? Let this be of no concern to you. How could it not concern me? Tamatoro, be gone! Jinxie, seems like ages since I've laid eyes on you. Papa, you're finally back. Yes, it would seem Tamatoro is no match for you. I'm not scared of the silly yokai anymore. Your father is a free man now, Jinxie. Isn't that great? Thank you for all you have done. Seeing you guys in action, it made me feel like I don't have to be afraid anymore. Wait, is Jinxie actually smiling? This is all thanks to you too. Too bad the amazing 90s will have to retire though. Oh, how come? Once everyone hears I'm the amazing 90s, my fanbase will nosedive. After all, I'm not the most popular of people, another reason for my secret identity. I don't see how you could possibly continue. I think you misjudged yourself. Take a look outside. Say now that you mention it, what's all the noise out there? A big crowd gathered outside the courthouse once the news broke. Seems they want to get a glimpse of Mayor Damian Tama, the man behind the mask, and the route for your return to the wrestling ring. Rooting for me? But I thought I was nothing more than a malefactor in their eyes. The only one who really matters is Jinxie. Show her how cool you really are. Yeah, you're the coolest when you're out there fighting in the ring, Papa. Jinxie. Here, I think you'll be needing this.
Take that!
Thank you. Now if you would excuse me. I don't want to keep my fans waiting.
Forever!
I sure hope they can settle the problems between Tamatown and 90 as well. Me too. I'm sure they'd be fine, after all. The blackmailer slash killer is behind bars and the merger is no longer an issue. Plus the amazing 90s is obviously still a hit, and I suspect 90s will be too. And it's all because we believed in our client, just like you said. Okay people, now that we have got that one in the bag, let's go get something to eat. I'm starving. Sounds good. I've been so nervous I haven't eaten since yesterday. Better keep eating, Apollo, or you might have to start looking up at me. Huh? I'm definitely past my growth phase and you should be about past yours too. Are you kidding? I'm just getting started. Ugh, ready or not, I'm face stuffing. It's face stuffing time. Keep eating like that and the only direction you grow is sideways. Very funny. But I've got a hollow leg. I can eat as much as I want without gaining an ounce. Really? Wow, I can't wait to see this. Calories? Oh, just let them try to stick on me. Alright already you two, let's get going before the old man closes shop. Addon's Noodles isn't an all-night stand, you know. Oh my god, this is an Apollo Justice location, I think. I'm with Mr. Wright, let's go. I've been waiting to have a bowl from there ever since Mr. Wright told me about them. Well, what are we waiting for? The noodles are on me today, so I expect some serious eating from you too. Hey, thanks boss. I won't let you down. Autumn has no idea what she's getting into. Mr. Addon's noodles are so hot and salty. 2 bows would kill a man. That was our first case together, and it felt like nothing could bring us down after that. The dark age of the law seemed so distant, so irrelevant to our small cozy office. But little did I know that it had been lurking all along, right there behind us. The first time it made itself known was during the murder at the Destinies Legal Academy. That case would mark the twilight before the dark, cold night that was to come. End. Okay, guys. Oh my fucking god, new episode has been added. Oh my god. I don't want to watch this.
Themis Legal
Whatever,
Academy,
I guess I have to watch it.
a prestigious high school with alumni in the highest echelons of the legal world.
I love the audio glitch with this. October 24, 1:25 p.m. Themis Legal Academy. Oh no, I'm gonna be late. Okay, I don't know how to go about the DLC just yet. Gonna save again. Because DLC is an interesting case, and apparently it comes after case 2, so I would need to play it, you know, after that case. This was 3 hours long. Guys, I was halfway through the case. Dude, do a Destinies. Case 2 is so long. What the fuck? Okay, well, see you guys next time. I will figure out how to do this DLC shit the next time, probably. I have literally 5 days off, so tomorrow I'll be back at 1 p.m. around-ish 1 p.m. So that's gonna be good. Okay, see you guys.